Hello everyone, welcome back to TyeTye&Co XOX. Today we are doing a video of Bush Gardens at their craft beer festival. I'm really excited to be here. I got to the gate at exactly 10:59. It's about 11:14. Everything was smooth sailing as checking in. It said that it was going to be $20 for parking, but since I am a member, I did not have to pay that. It was complimentary. So we're about to go in and enjoy the day. So let's go and have some fun. You have to make a reservation to come to the park, and my reservation was from 11 to 3. I got here at 10:59, and this was the view, not many cars. Entry and parking is free for members. If you're not a member, then it's $44 for the ticket and $20 for parking. This is what it looked like as soon as I pulled up. You walked in this little section with lines to get your temperature taken and your bag looked at. And they have signs everywhere saying to keep socially distant and to wear your mask. I was happy to see that there were advertisements for Hallow Scream in Christmastown, and I did overhear a staff saying that they are working to see how they can make those two events happen this year. This is the line to get into the park. I basically walked right on up. Everything went very easy and smooth at this point. These little stickers were everywhere throughout the park. The only people that didn't have to social distance were families, and that's totally understandable. One major difference was that there was no one taking photos at the entry of the park, but that didn't stop me from getting a quick selfie in. I could tell it was about to pour down raining, but I was so happy to be here. As you can tell, not many people. So now I'm just entering further into the park to see what's open and what's not. And as you can see, there are a few things open, but a lot that isn't open, at least at the entrance. I was sad my favorite funnel cake place was closed during this time. This really just blew my mind. Usually this park is flooded with people. By the time I made it to the horse exhibit, it had started to rain. There were 3 rides open at the park. This one was Finnegan's Flyer, and the rides were shut down during the rain. But nevertheless, I am entering Ireland, and I decided to check out a couple of the shops that were open, especially since it was raining. The first one I went into is Emerald Isles Gifts. I love going into the shop whenever I visit Bush Gardens. So let's take a look around. It was great checking out this shop, but now it's time to leave. At this point, it's really coming down, pouring, but I have an umbrella and a poncho, so I'm good to go. Then I got to walk across the bald eagle display, and it was so cute. This little owl was out. It looks like he was taking a little bath with the rainwater, so I stopped to watch him because he was so cute. Now I'm entering France, and I'm going to go into this little shop called La Belle, which I really love to visit every time I come. You can come and get wine tasting while you're here, or find a little trinket. So let's look around this store. For you mermaid lovers out there, they had a lot of mermaid merchandise, and this store also has a Simply Southern section. That was a nice break. Now back out into the pouring rain. And I took some time just to enjoy the view and how massive these roller coasters really are. And this one is not running because of the rain. For you funnel cake lovers, this place was open, the Three Rivers Funnel Cake and Kettle Corn, just for you. The smokehouse is open for dining during this time. It was not crowded at all. You could walk right in, get your food, have a seat, and enjoy your meal. My next stop was the pottery store. They had such cute stuff in there. These were actually hot sauce moonshine bottles. So many different little collectibles and gadgets that they had in here that were so fun. They have a candle dipping station where you can make your own candle with any color. That looks like it's a lot of fun. So as I looked around the store, I knew that none of the shows were open and the whole park wasn't open. So I was like, well, what can I do? I always wanted to paint something in the pottery store. So I decided to take a look around, see what I liked, and then paint while it was raining. So first, let's look at all of the options of the items that we can paint. This was actually the first day that the pottery was reopened. I wish there was a little bit more instruction. Luckily, I was overhearing another customer ask me numerous questions, so I got my questions answered, but maybe over time that'll get better. This is the wall of the different colors that you can choose to paint and the little stations where you can paint. Even though we had to sit several seats away from each other or tables, I filled out my paperwork and picked out my mug, and I was ready to get started. I didn't know what colors I was going to use, and I didn't know at the time what the brushes look like. This is my mug, really cute, nice little print, but the brushes look like they have been there since the opening of the store. They definitely need new brushes. So to keep it simple and make sure that I loved what I did, I just decided to paint it my favorite shade of blue and keep it simple because I knew I would still love it. I didn't want to try to do some detailed design with brushes that wouldn't work well. This mug was $16 plus tax. You could also use your membership for an added discount. Once you are all done, you leave all the materials there, including the item that you painted. They fire it up for you and they mail it to your home, and everything is included in that one price. So I had a great time at the pottery. Now I'm going to move on and explore the rest of the park. As you can see, there's really not a lot of people out at the park at all. And my favorite little Canadian store is closed. But you can still go mining. This is the little mining place that they have with the little water feature. What you do to mine is you get these bags filled with dirt and different rocks, and you get a little sifting tray, and you use this little water feature here that helps cleanse off the rocks, and you're able to see what treasures you are able to find. And right here in the store is where you get the bags up for mining. It's the general store. And this looks like it's a lot of fun to do with family, friends, and especially kids. Get some good gems mining in this little section. So let's take a little look around this store. So that was a fun little store, so I decided to keep going with my little adventure, and I ran into this cute little bear, and I had to take a picture of him and a picture with him. I was hoping to walk farther in the park, but that is as far as you could go. So I went back towards France, and I saw this cute little display with that same store that we went into, and this is one of the alcoholic beverages that you could get in there. This is usually running. It has like a little virtual feature, but it's turned off. But when it's working, it's really cute little interactive thing to see. The wolves were not out due to the rain, but their landscape is so beautiful. I still wanted to take a couple pictures of that. In Ireland, they have a store called Pot of Gold, and it is filled with all things fairies, dragons, and magic. So I definitely had to go in here and see what they had in store. Let's take a look around. And on the other side of the store, they had all kinds of toys that every little kid would love. So here you can see the Griffin and the Loch Ness Monster in all of its glory. The rain stopped for a little bit and these rides were able to continue. Here is a look at Finnegan's Flyer in action. From the screams, it looks like they had a great time. I did hang out a little bit after that ride just to see how they sanitized. I couldn't really tell, but I did ask a couple afterwards and they said that the rides were sanitized. I was so happy that I was able to see the owl fly back and forth. That was so neat, and this was such a beautiful, beautiful bird. I decided to pop in and take a look at the horses. I saw Dustin and a beautiful, beautiful Eddie, as well as Dakota. Such beautiful horses. So I'm back at the main entrance, and as you can see, there's still not a lot of people at this park at all. Definitely if you're looking for something fun to do where really no one's going to be there, this would be the place to come. Before leaving, I decided to stop in the Emporium and see what they had. I was really looking for some 2020 stuff and I was not disappointed. Everything that had 2020 on it was 70% off. I did forget to mention that there are many hand sanitizing stations throughout the park that you can use at your convenience. So that concludes our trip to Bush Gardens Beer Fest. As you can see, my hair is a little ratty. I look a little worn. It rained on and off, but I still had a great time. My overall review of the park was everything was very clean, very sanitized. They had little sanitizing stations. The whole park is not open yet. But I feel like if you live local and you really want something to do, you want to get some steps in, you want to change the scenery. I saw at least 3 rides that were open. So it's nice to come, get away from the house and from the window to the wall, just looking at home, come out. But if you're coming from out of town, I would wait a little bit longer in the season to see if things open up a little bit more. I was wondering at first why this event was only from 11 to 3. So they have 2 parts, 11 to 3, and then I can't remember what the night portion is, but I'll put that time right here so you can see. But the reason why, I think one of the reasons, is because you can't walk around the whole park. I got here right at 11, I walked right in, and I was to my car by 2 o'clock. So I feel like you can see all that you can see in that amount of time. If you love beer, if you want to ride a little bit of rides, if you really like shops, I would say definitely come. None of the entertainment, like the shows, are open like that, and when it rains really hard, they do shut down the rides until the rain stops. But the animals are still here if they're able to be out. Like you saw with the wolf display, the wolves weren't out, but the birds were out. And like I said, if you're looking for something super fun to do with friends and family, definitely come out. I will be back. I'm going to wait to come back. Hopefully, if it's open in September or October, we'll see. And I look forward to see what is open during that time. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.